we had an ENIAC craft deck. An ENIAC craft deck gets second place at the Richmond regionals, and it's on the profile's only 4 minutes, so we might as well check that one out too.
Hey guys, Grand Lim here, Sean Washington, whatever you want to call me. I just got second place, unfortunately, at the Richmond regional. I played ENIAC Crafts. I have some shout outs before I want to do this. I want to shout out Karan, because I was going to play Brandon, but he wouldn't let me borrow his Starlight Albazes, so that was cool. And then Jib, because I hate that kid. Thank you. Yeah, this deck's pretty cool. Everyone rage quits when they play versus on DB, so you can't test it, but it's a very good deck, low-key.
You cannot test it because everyone rage quits. You literally cannot. It's impossible to play test it.
Yeah, I'll just start this
You're forced to go to tournaments with it because every time you play test the deck, otherwise, no one will play against you. Basically.
So, I'll just go through this first. You played 3 of every single one of these. Even the new one, which is not real anymore because Dracotail's dead. But yeah, all of these are searchers. So what you want to do is you want to open the maximum amount of ENIAC Craft.
Yeah, I saw another ENIAC Craft list from a regional last week. It didn't play the maximum amount of the new one, Exapatesia. And I thought that was weird because I know the on-field effect's not the greatest, but you do need those searchers. Like, you do need those consistency pieces in this deck. Do not ask what happens when this deck gets trolled, by the way. Please, do not ask.
Starters as possible. So these 15 cards, basically, like, just seeing 2 of them in your hands full combo, which is 5-step monsters.
Look at how much text they have. It's like ENIAC Craft, I think, is overwhelming in the beginning, but it becomes super simple once you realize that literally 90% of the text on all of these cards is the same. Between literally all of the level 1s have 90% of the same effect. And for the big ones, it's the same thing. You literally have to remember like one specific thing about each of these, which is the one, like, they have one effect that's different from each other. All the other ones are the same. So it's really not that difficult.
Just the field spell and 1 card in your pen scale at least.
Like, literally, they all do the same stuff. They all search in the scale, and they all have the effect to reveal themselves in hand to special summon. The only thing that's different about them is what triggers their flip effects, like what triggers them to flip themselves face up, and then what do they do when they get flipped up. That's the only thing that they are different in.
With all 3 spells in grade, which is
But
nice.
it's really not that crazy.
Yeah, this one, I never use the effect on the field, but just having it in my hand just to have the extra search is important. And you play max out on all of them so you can guarantee.
What's the trigger effect for this one? It's like when your opponent activates an effect that would set a card on the field, which is very funny because it was very, 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 very specifically made to counter Dracotail, and now Dracotail is dead. Yeah. It's like when your opponent activates an effect that would set a card to the field, you can flip it up, and then its flip effect is to pop a spell trap, I think. Which is Giga specifically targeted at Dracotail. But there's no Dracotail anymore. It can trigger against Doomsy Alara. That's true. Yeah, against Doomsy Alara, it can trigger. Yeah.
The name through the combo. I know, bro. I know. This one. It's really important that sometimes you set this one before you actually start comboing, because if they draw you or ash you or anything, like, this one will be able to chain to add the card you want anyways. So you can just skip the RNG part, and yeah, this deck takes a little bit more thought than, I guess, what people understand. I know, bro. I know. The big ones are 3 of the whale, 2 of the fox, 2 lion, 2 of the new one, and then 1 of the scorpion. This card, I only used the effect to do the whole chain shit like twice, but it won me the game both times it did it. This card was broken when it resolved, but like otherwise, whatever. This one got a lot worse with the new set, and then this one is just the worst one in general.
Unironically, I think this is the weakness of this deck. The big ones, they kind of suck ass for the most part. Like, the whale is crazy. The other ones are all kind of whatever. They're all really mid.
But I have some on my side for this card, and then yeah, this card. These are all insane cards. I have another card in my deck that we'll get to in a second, but you just have to play 3 of all these to guarantee it. 2 Monopolists, These are just every Aniacraft spell card. I only play the 4 of these because you don't want to brick on this. Just seeing 2 of these cards sucks as. But it's still better than playing 3-1, if you catch my drift. Because if they banish this card, like, you're fucked. So just don't banish it.
Just don't banish it. Okay.
For the tactics, the call by. I never really used this, and then the call by came in clutch today. And then the best card in the deck by far is this card, Subspace Battle.
Dude, I saw this already. I saw this already in the other deck profile, and I thought it was awesome. It's such a funny idea. So apply the following effect 3 times in sequence. We've looked at this card. I remember reacting to this card a few weeks ago, and it seems really gimmicky, but I thought about it, and I think in this deck it could work. So each player reveals a monster from their deck that does not have question mark attack. Add the monster with the higher attack to the hands of the player that revealed it. Also destroy the monster with the lower attack and inflict 500 damage to the player that revealed it. If they're tied, shuffle those monsters into the decks. So the problem with this card essentially, and we talked about that when we looked at it for the first time, is like, if your opponent has a monster in their deck with the same attack points as your stuff, it's basically just a -1, right? Like Nibiru is the example for this, right? Because Eniacraft has monsters with 3000 attack max. All of the big ones have 3000 attack. So you activate Subspace Battle, you reveal a 3000 attack Eniacraft from your deck. If your opponent has Nibiru, then they go both back into the deck, and then your opponent can just reveal the Nibiru again, and so on and so forth, right? So it's weird against Nibiru specifically, but against a lot of other decks in the format right now, if they don't have a main deck monster with 3000 attack, this card literally says add 3 cards from your deck to your hand, which is kind of crazy. There's a few problems with this. Number 1, Mitsurugi. Against Mitsurugi, this card just reads add 2 Murakumas to your opponent's hand. And as well, like one, like you still get 1 add though. You still get 1 add. The other problem is Doom Z does have the 5000 attack power patron. That I don't think is the biggest problem, because if you think it through, what happens is your opponent reveals the 5000 attack power patron, and it's like, sure, yes, that wins the comparison. It goes to your hand, and my card gets destroyed. However, you get 2 more, right? So, and they usually only play 1 of the power patron. And I don't think anything else in the Doom Z deck like has more than 3000 attack. So yeah. Do Doom Z's not float? Oh yeah, right. They can pop 2 Doom Z's. They get destroyed. Yeah, okay. So it still is pretty bad against Doom Z, because they can't activate. For the rest of this turn, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with any of their revealed monsters' names. All right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. They can't activate. So it's fine against Doom Z. It basically, you add 2 cards, they add 1, because they get the 5000 attack power patron, and you get the 2 Eniacrafts, which is fine, I guess. What about other matchups? I mean, everything that plays power patrons is going to have the 5k in the deck, I guess, which is true for some other matchups as well. Like, I mean, pure power patron, they even might play multiple copies. It's pretty much, it's risky, but I mean, the payoff is massive, right? Like, imagine you play against Cool Tune and they don't have any big cards in their deck. You just add 3 big guys to your hand with this card, which is kind of fun.
Everyone who's read this card, every time I resolved it, I've won the game. This card, basically, you show 3 monsters from your deck, both players. You take turns showing whichever one has higher attack. You
also give the power patron deck a Medius engrave. Yeah, that's also something you have to take into consideration, that if they show smaller cards, they do go into the graveyard, which, like, they can't activate in the same turn, but there still could be a resource for later on, right? Depending on the format. It's pretty... it is pretty matchup and format dependent on whether this card is good or not, but it's an interesting card. Like the upside of this card, if you pick the right format for it, is pretty huge. You could even side deck cards for it, like lava golems or kaijus, right? Like, for example, the 3300 kaiju like wins pretty much against everything that isn't the 5000 attack power patron. So I think it's interesting.
Deck. And then the higher attack one goes to your hand. So you have a deck full of 3K bodies. No one's beating you, like, ever. It's Mitsurugi and Power Patron, the only two that can ever come close. I beat Trains. I beat Killer Tune. I beat Doom Z.
Trains has nothing in the main deck with 3,000 attack? That's surprising.
I don't have a guy big enough just to stop these. So it's always a Rota for 3. And they're burning themselves. And then in combination with this one, it's burning for 4,200, I want to say. If this is flipped face up on the field, well, this is on the field because it's burning for 14 each time. It's so funny. Yeah, play this card, please.
I mean, it's true that the burn damage in this deck is actually not irrelevant. It does matter a little bit.
So broken.
Don't play this deck.
It is. For my extra, it literally doesn't matter. I never went into it once.
Why is it a Malice extra deck?
What is this?
I know, bro. This is from when I played the Malice deck, the YCS. I just never switched the sleeves out. These don't matter. It does not matter at all. For the side deck, I played 2 more copies of this just for Doom Z. Yeah, this came in clutch. I played versus 2 Doom Zs. Mr. God himself, Spearmail, this card's broken in this deck, because versus Doom Z, you tribute their field.
Okay, the Architale, what's the wording on it again? Does Architale say would destroy a card on the field? So Architale is when your opponent activates a card or effect that would destroy a card on the field. Quick effect, you can change this face down card to defense position. Monsters and any aircraft spells you control can't be destroyed by card effects for the rest of this turn. How does this card interact with, for example, the Power Patron Doom Z Pendulum monster, right? Because the Power Patron, the Doom Z Power Patron in the scale is an optional pop in resolution. You can't activate Architale against that, right? It's the same thing with as it was with the Draco Tales, right? It works against that. It guaranteed destroys a Doom Z card. It pops itself. You're right. I was thinking because like the Doom Z card you destroy with it does not have to be on the field. You can destroy from hand. So that part is also not guaranteed. But you're right. It does pop itself. So it does destroy a card on the field. Okay, so it does work against the Power Patron in the Pendulum scale. Okay, that was my biggest question. That's massive. I mean, this card is really good against Doom Z then. Because, like, it's one of the biggest things about Doom Z going second is they just get so many random bonus pops on everything. To just activate one card to be safe from having anything pop for the rest of the turn makes it so much less efficient to play into your board with Doom Z. That is really massive.
You can't do anything. You outgrind them like crazy. And then versus anything else, like Art Mage, like the same thing. Harpies, the 3 Fissure, which the one time I saw it today, I lost the game because he opened Exodia. 3 Lightning Storm.
I mean, in this deck, you literally, like, I know this card is freaking cringe, but in this deck, you have to play it because Droll and Lockbird destroys this deck. It absolutely destroys this deck. I would always take the trade of ban Droll and ban Fissure at the same time, but in this deck, I get it. I get that they're playing this card. They have to.
And then these guys.
It's like cards like Vanity's Fiend in this deck are kind of cringe. I also did play Vanity's Fiend in this deck, to be fair, when I tried it once. But the Di-Fi is literally not here to Floodgate. It's just here to also beat Droll and Lockbird. Like, I think you side this into matchups where it's not even that good, just because you are so scared of Droll and Lockbird, unironically. Like, I think you sided in even against something like, I don't know, Malice or something. I think you put it in because your Droll is so good against your deck.
Which, yeah, I didn't really see much of these. I won most of my games today. I only went sided going second like a few times, or a lot mostly. So most of these didn't come in. It's nice. Yeah, these were MVP though.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
Fuck Quran, fuck Jib. Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about. But okay, dude, Subspace Battle is funny. There's one thing I love about any aircraft, and it's that this deck is literally just raw engine. There's nothing. I mean, the side deck has some war crimes in it. I mean, mainly Dimensional Fissure, but this deck is like, there's no non-engine here. A Talons and a Called By, and that's it. Literally 38 engine. When have you last seen a 40 card deck with 38 engine? It's kind of fun to me. They're friends. Look at the thumbnail. What was the thumbnail? Stop. What, bro? My last 4 matches have been RQ. It's so sad. What is RQ? Oh, rage quit. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, they did say you can't test this deck because everyone quits. So, you know, I guess that's how it works. You just have to bring it to a regional. You have to find out the hard way whether it's good or not. But yeah, this deck is very, very matchup dependent, I think. And also very dependent on whether your opponents know what's going on. And if they don't know what's going on, the deck is good. When I played it for the first time, I did think it was a little bit on the inconsistent side because back then we only had 12 of the searchers. I do think 15 is mandatory in this deck and is going to make it a lot better. Which is good. I want to revisit this deck at some point, and I will. Mitsu is a very hard matchup still. Mitsurugi is a very hard matchup still. Yeah, absolutely. I do think that. I think this deck still has massive problems, like Mitsurugi, like Droll Lockbird, and both of those things are still very popular. So I think it's. I mean, Mitsurugi is not the most popular deck in the format though, and also from what I've heard, this deck is really good against Cool Tune, which is interesting. I think.